The atmosphere is created before you even open your mouth, and the audience already have an excitement. So it can be quite cumbersome at times, but you have to use these things, and as it would have been at that time, or even just having a candle in a bedchamber, you know, it makes you feel a certain way. So it's been a challenge, but I think it gives a real beauty and atmosphere to the piece, especially when we blow the candles out and it's pitch black.
So do you think it's a play that's fitting for an indoor space such as this?
Absolutely. The piece itself is about claustrophobia and being observed, and the space is, I mean, for me it's like a cage, you know, like a bird cage. So for me it feels right, and Jacobean writing is very oppressive and very, very fast and on top of each other. So it just feels absolutely right. And this play is also about light and dark. So we really got to play around with that, obviously with the candles.
Is this your fourth stage outing as an actress?
As a professional actress, yes.
And is it true that you're committing more time to working on the stage? Is that something you want to do?
Yeah, well, it's always been my passion and my number one passion. It's what I set out to do when I decided to be an actor. And then film stuff came along, and that's great. But I always feel the most free on stage and the most creative. So yeah, and I thought I should be doing more of it, considering I love it so much.
And what about the whole screen thing? Is it something that you had a mixed relationship with?
Yeah, it's an ongoing process. I have had wonderful experiences. I have 2 films coming out this year that were just so, the whole thing, it was just a delight from start to finish and very, very satisfying creatively. So it's an ongoing thing for me, and I like being able to mix it up. And I think it's important as well, because it keeps you flexible.
As an actress, obviously Hollywood is the place that gives you the big profile and that, but is it true that they found you too sexy? They didn't quite know how to deal with your attractiveness?
I think that was a misquote, but I think that I am quite sort of voluptuous, and maybe they found that a bit much. I don't know. I find it quite awkward there. I don't feel like I really fit in there.
So you've got your own production company now. What are your ambitions with that? What sorts of work do you want to be doing with that, and how does London play its part? Yeah,
well, there's so much talent, writing talent in London, especially in theatre. So we've been sort of meeting and talking to writers, young writers, and wanting to develop things from scratch. And I have quite bizarre tastes, and so, but I guess the kind of main thing is to create more female roles, really strong and complex roles for women. There's not many of them out there, so that's our sort of our main thing. But not just sort of limiting ourselves. I say limiting, but it's not limiting. But you know, it's not just about that for us. But yeah, I think, and also it's just celebrating and discovering new talent. So it's very exciting. I find it very. I actually adore it. I love it, working with writers.
Now, you're a Gravesend girl with a very busy career. How much time can you get back there? Do you still have family and a relationship with the place?
Yeah, I do. All my family live there pretty much. So I go back as much as I can, and it's really funny actually. I love going back because it just feels that's the place I'm definitely the most recognised in the world. Even in London, people don't really sort of pay any attention, which is nice. But in Gravesend, it's sort of like whoa. But yeah, no, I'm very fond memories of it, and I love going back there.